Hi everyone, my name is Kathy. I'm from Vietnam and also a former international student at DW Poppy. It's a great honor for me to film this video in order to share with you guys my experience studying, living, and growing up in Canada. So a little bit about me. I have graduated from university with a major in marketing management, and I have keen interest in business, hoping to launch my very own brand before I turn 30. I have lived in Canada for almost 10 years, and when I first came to Canada, I was barely 14. So the biggest challenge I have faced when I was still a fresh newcomer to Canada would be the language and the culture itself. I think we all can relate to this problem where you kind of sit in the class and you're not really understanding what your teacher is talking about, or have trouble comprehend the lessons. Or for example, if you're like sitting in a class and then you're not able to respond to a certain context and you always feel like you're behind your classmate. So how I overcome this challenge is I really set myself a goal to progress my English every single day by getting involved in different contexts. For example, make more friends, networking, talk to your teacher, listening to podcasts, watch YouTube channel, everything all in English. And also another advice that I like to give you guys is that to make a good use of your time in ESL class, because that is the best opportunities for you to learn and practice English. Like to cater into like the smaller details, learning from the foundation, the smallest form of English by communicating and discussing with your teacher about what you're struggle with. One of the most rewarding memories I have at DW Poppy would always be winning the first prize in a poetry contest held by ACM Art Societies in 2013. And the fact that I was competing against native speakers and still win the first prize really made me think that I can achieve any goal I set for myself, and I still believing in that until today. If I can do it, you can do it too. As long as if you really work hard towards it and then you really put your mind into it, you can get to where you want it to be. High school will be the best time for you to try things out and tackle all your untapped talents, and that is also the greatest life lesson I take away from high school as well. I suggest you to take more chances, because that is the best way to maximize your capability, to really realize your full potential, to discover and learn about yourself more. And I believe that if you started to focus on building the courage to take chances from now, then later on it's going to serve you really well. Because when you step into a real life world, you started to be surrounded by fears, rejection, impossibility, doubt, and hesitation. There's so many other things that's get in the way when you started, once you graduated from high school and step into real life world. After I graduated from high school in 2014, I went to university for 3.5 years to do my degree in marketing. And then as an international student, after you finish your university, you get a 3 years work permit, which I am right now at the moment. And so I had the opportunity to work full-time. So a little bit of working history. I used to work as a supervisor in a fashion retail store, and then I switched to work in the bank for a year. So I have some banking experience, and at the moment I'm working for a hotel in a marketing position. And ever since I got my work permit, I have been living independently from my parents, buying my very first car, and then been running my own brands, and just supporting myself 100%. To be able to prepare for my entrepreneurship before I turn 30, I still have a lot to work on. For example, my time management, efficiency, strategic thinking, resilience, and so on and so forth. And to be able to prepare for all of that, that is why I'm now today trying to learn and experience as much as I can from working for different corporate, where I get to meet high profile people, be able to follow a good mentor, and networking, and collecting all the experiences from the back end. And by doing all of this, it does really help to enrich my self-growth every single day. My short-term goal at the moment is to get my permanent residence so that I can travel back and forth easily for my business later between Vietnam and Canada. And what I'm doing today toward my goals is the full picture I've just told you guys is not something that I thought of when I was in high school. I think it's because I was so much younger, and at the young age, you don't know enough about yourself, and you just don't feel like it's necessary for you to think of something like this or to make such an important decision. And so that's why I also think it's very normal for you to not be able to figure out what you wanted to do for the rest of your life. And so that is why you shouldn't pressure yourself. Especially I was like that as well, where I thought, oh my gosh, now I finished grade 12, I have to go into university, I have to choose my career, I have to choose my major, and that's gonna, you know, like affects the rest of my life. But then now, when I look back, and then I realized that I should not have pressure myself, because what you need to do is like to really listen to yourself and then know what to do to serve you best, then just go for it, you know. And even for someone like me who have lived in Canada for 10 years already, sometime I woke up from my sleep and started having self-identity conflicts. Sometimes I was just wondering what kind of person I wanted to become, what people I like to be surrounded by, what kind of business I wanted to launch, that the service or the product reflects who I am. Because I'm such a good example of someone who's studying, growing up, living, and now trying to settle and build a career in Canada. The best advice, the last piece of advice I would like to give you guys is that always keep learning, always be curious, and always try things out and never fear rejections. The best way for you to discover and maximize your full capability is to try things out as much as you can. You gotta take chances and smash all the fears. Be independent is very important, and then also constantly look to step out of your comfort zone. This will help to build the strength and also prepare yourself to many difficulties thrown at you in your life. And to wrap this up, that's also the last piece of advice that I like to give you guys, and I hope you guys enjoy it. And thank you so much for listening to my experience living, studying, and growing up in Canada. I hope to see you guys in real life. Thank you.